Cancer, how are you going? This is your June shadow reading. I'm doing something a bit different this month. I'm using the Spread Machine Change deck, and we're going to pull out a shadow card and a call to action, so that's what we need to do, and then a flux card, so basically where it comes from, what we need to look at. So let's have a look. Cancer, please. Right. Bypassing. What necessary perspectives or information are you refusing to acknowledge right now? What are you resisting? How have you been dismissed? In what ways have your ideas been deemed unworthy for consideration? So this is a big one. This is, what are you ignoring because you were ignored? So it could be the fact that you were ignored and that you're denying that. It could be the fact that when you were young, you were ignored, so now you don't think anybody is interested in what you have to say. And what are you refusing to look at? What are you skipping past? You know, sometimes we look at things but we brush over certain things that really need a magnifying glass. So let's see how you can look at that. Reclaim. To recover your voice, your narrative, your agency, to restore power and bring balance. This is really interesting because it all lines up. Wait, one, please. Just one, please. Yeah. How can you reclaim your voice? Stereotype, representation, distortion, shared truth, comedy, mockery, conventions, image and appearance. Now, this is really interesting. Quite often when we are blocked as children, we are ignored as children, or we are dismissed, our opinion is dismissed. It can be done through mockery. It can be done through people making fun of us so that we end up shutting down. It can be through being told that we aren't smart enough or our opinion doesn't matter. Bear with me for just a second, my loves. I'll be back in a second. Right, let's get back to it. So look at what you were told, or look at, you know, sometimes it's we don't behave that way, or we don't say things like that, or you know, and it comes with a you're naughty because, and so we shut down. So let's have a look this month at where you're doing that to yourself, where you're doing that to others, and most important, where was it done to you? Too many? Let's have a look. Let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. I'm a Sagittarius, so I always like to have a look and dig deeper. Okay, frightened joy. This is very much in line with what we're talking about. It's almost like you're remember when you were a child and you were having fun, and sometimes you feared getting in trouble. You didn't know why you might get in trouble, but you were frightened that you were having fun. And so you were pulled between having fun, but also kind of, see how she's looking over her shoulder to see that nobody's coming to rouse on her. Nobody's coming to stop her joy. Nobody's coming to quieten her inspiration and fun and light. So next we have something stuck. A what if. See, the doors are closed. What if and silvery moon. I love this combination. So it talks about reclaiming your voice. So going back to when you were having fun and what that felt like and how light you felt before it was suppressed, going back to that. And then what if you reclaimed that? What if you took that back that had been taken away from you? What if you did that? Now that you're a grown-up, now that you can, now that you're allowed to, now that you can decide for yourself what's okay and what's not. Remember, all our beliefs are taught to us. We're not born believing what we believe. We were taught these beliefs. Some we adopted for ourselves, but the majority of them came from a very young age. And then, the silvery moon talks about dreaming and being delighted with what's possible and imagining and bringing that to light. So what jumped out was the unknown, and this is a door, see, the same door with the light coming through it. So this is talking to you about, instead of saying what if things go badly, it's talking about what if things go really well. What if people are interested in what I have to say now? What if my voice does matter? What if I really need to look at this stuff? What if what I'm skipping around is the most important thing? Three of Wands. This talks about waiting for your ships to come in, but it flipped out in reverse, and I don't usually do reversals, but this one flipped out in reverse. And I think what's that saying is, if you don't put out your heart's desire, you will be waiting forever. The universe can't bring you something when it doesn't know what you want. And the only way to find out what you want is to go back to who you really were, what brought you joy and delight in the first place, and what you want as that person, not as this person you've been stuffed into. Gives you a different perspective. This is usually the Hanged Man, but this is talking about changing the way you see things. In this card, see how the leaves are falling away like in autumn? And the tree can't hang on to those leaves. It just has to let them fall, and it's healthy to let them fall. And this was part of the cover of the tree originally, and now it's just letting them fall away. It's giving itself a different appearance, a different perspective, a different viewpoint, and it's letting it, you get to see yourself in your raw form. That's what it is. Okay, these are I was just chatting, I haven't even cut them. So if you watch me regularly, you'll know that this isn't the usual way I do things. It is for a private reading. If you'd like one, by the way, follow the link below to my website and you can book online. This is how I do a private reading because I find it more authentic, but usually in general readings I cut, but these have been flying out today, so I'll give them to you. The Ace of Wands talks about your original flame, your inner flame, your inspiration, your joy, and brand new, letting it out. Look at the flame dancing. This is what we're talking about, and this is what's been bypassed the whole time. It was squashed, it was pushed down, and now it's time to reclaim that. And Cancer is very serious a lot of the time. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. This is talking about you now and how we're doing what's important for you, and that will change your whole life. This is what's going to bring in your wishes and your hopes and your dreams, is by letting yourself out. What if? What if you'd never been taught that? What if you were allowed to be your authentic self? What if you didn't care if that was accepted or not? But the King of Cups and the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. King of Cups is a water sign, so that could very well be you. And see how it's an empty crown? That talks about trying to be the controlled, the emotionally restrained head that people look to. But it's time now to lay that down and pick up a bit of fire. Get your spark firing again. The Four of Pentacles talks about hanging on. You know how I was saying the tree can't hold on to its leaves? Well, this is about trying to. And it's time to move away from that. It's the Eight of Cups. See all this in the background. If you don't do it now, this is going to bring a tower moment, and you're going to have to anyway. So this is all about stepping into the unknown, because you've forgotten it. It's not that you've got to go and create it. It's there all along. But it's unknown to you because it's been masked, not just by other people, but by you as well. You've been hiding it. You've been bypassing it. You haven't been looking at it. Two of Pentacles. This is something that it isn't an either or. You don't have to completely give up what you like, what you've learned, all the things that do you, that are healthy for you, that you enjoy. What it is about finding your little sparkles and adding that to it, bringing your light out to it, so you're not hidden in the dark. And I love the way this aligns. I'll show you in a second. Any more? Any more? Two of Cups. There you go. Something to celebrate. Something to enjoy. Now, if you look at the unknown, see how the light's coming through, but it's being blocked by this locked door. This is what's behind. It's still you. It's still balanced. But you get to share it with somebody. You get to share this with somebody, and somebody needs it. And by lighting you up, you get to light others up as well. So don't be afraid of it, my loves. Go and find yourself. Go and find that little spark. Light it up. I love you very much. I hope you get something from this. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.